Hey guys, it's Paul. I'm going to give a really quick intro to Crystal Reports, some sort of things it can do, why I think it's going to be better for you than using spreadsheets to view your data, to view live data, to really delve into your information. And what you might have is programs that come with Crystal Reports that you need to edit the reports to give you more custom reporting. And I'm going to show you can do it all yourself, because that's how I learnt it. We used to have a security company where we had thousands of jobs, and we used a program to track them. And instead of paying other people to do reports for us, I learned how to do it myself. So I'm self-taught, and I'm going to give you some information on how to get started in Crystal Reports. So what I've got two spreadsheets. One is customer data, random customer data. Another one is random sales transactions. I'm going to show you the random sales transaction first, and I'm going to show you how you link it to another spreadsheet or a database. Because what I basically did was I learned how to take the one database where we were tracking job information, and then we had an accounts program, and I could link the two databases together and make sure that the jobs that we did were billed in the other program. So I'm going to show you how to link two spreadsheets together. So what we're first going to do is going to go Report Wizard, and it's going to open up a box, and it's going to say I've already got some connections, but I'm going to open a new connection, create a new connection, Access or Excel. Most of the time I use ODBC when I'm connecting to SQL servers or Access databases. So I'm going to go and select this spreadsheet, so sales transactions. It's a Excel spreadsheet, so I'm going to say it's in that format, and it's going to show me what's on that sheet. So there is only one sheet within that spreadsheet. If there was 2 or 3 pages to it, sheets, it would show them all. So I'm going to double click this, and this adds it to the tables that I want. Then it's going to show me the headers of that sheet. What do I want to show in this report? So I'm going to show transaction, product, price, payment type, customer name, city, state, country, account created, last login, latitude, longitude, I'm not worried about. And then it's going to say, what do you want to group by? And I'm going to group my transactions by date. So it's going to say, you don't have to group them by anything, but you can say, do it by customer number, do it by city, do it by state. It's up to you. You can change it all later. It's not a, once you've set it, you can't change anything situation. At each end of each group, what do you want to summarize? And it's already picked out, it knows that price is a currency, so it's picked that out. So yeah, we'll leave it as that. Then it's going to ask other things I don't really worry about. At this point, I just click finish. There's formatting stuff going on after that, but I just usually click finish and dive in. So what you've then got is the basic data of everything we've just picked out. So we've got the products, we've got the date, we've got the today's date. So the product isn't fitting into the bar, so you can just drag it across and make it a bit bigger. And it's like they're all zeros on decimal points, so there's no cents, so I can format that, add a currency, add a dollar value, and just show me the rounded figure. So I could even do it by thousands if I wanted to. It depends what you got to do, right? So in this group at the moment, I think it's doing it by week. So you highlight this section, change group. So I'm doing this all live. You can do it in the designer view, or you can do it in the live view. I generally do it live. So I'm going to change it for every day, each day, instead of each week. But sorry, I'll do that again. So now I've got each day. So if I go to the group header and change group, so I can change the group. I can change it anything I want. I want to do city or state or country, but I'm leaving it as date. And then for each day, for each month, for each quarter, depending on what information you've got, I'm going to change it for each day. So now that I know that this is the first, I don't actually need the date field unless I just want to format to show me the time. So I might just say, show me the time because I know the date. Let's do a PM, easier to view. So that'll drop the date off and just show the time of the sale. Okay. What else? This is the total of the sales in that day. So again, format field. Drop out the decimals, add a currency, and this is here. So I'm just going to level it up. Format this field again. I might want it to be Monday, 1st of March. Might make it a bit big, but oh, come on, didn't actually change that, did it? Okay, well, I didn't like it. Sometimes you can't change the group field without. You could just, in theory, pull down the date field and put it in. I'll leave that though, but I'll come back to that. So I don't want to slow you down. That's the thing, is there's little funky tweaks. So what I might also want to do is highlight here. I'm going to highlight it because I'm doing some summarizing of other stuff. I want to make anything here red if the country is United Kingdom. Is equal to, so basically that country field is equal to, and then United Kingdom, right? What colour do I want? I want the font to be white and the background colour to be red. Let's make it bold, right? So anything that's United Kingdom here is going to go red here. So I like a bit of colour in my reports, just because it stands out. So now, if I wanted to, so I didn't really introduce you to the whole thing. Here's where your fields are. So here's the table of contents on that spreadsheet. Formula fields, expression fields, parameters, running totals, group name fields, and special fields. So here's like your toolbox of things that are happening. Here's the data of how many groups there are, and then across the top is a little bit like Word. There's filters and sort options, formulas, summarize. But I'll just show you because I'm really just trying to get you to introduce you to Crystal rather than doing each specific thing one at a time. I'm just sort of getting you to get your eyes on what it can do. So I'm going to do a running total. I'm going to put UK monthly. Right, maybe monthly sales, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't necessarily matter, but as long as you know what it is. Price. I'm going to click price, and again, I'm going to click sum. I'm going to do. I'm going to click report field. So this is where I'm going to pick out United Kingdom. So I'm going to say country equals speech marks United Kingdom. All right, and I'm actually going to, because I'm going to use this a few times, so I'm going to copy this. Save and close. So now it's going to filter that formula to anything that's United Kingdom sales in here. Any United Kingdom sales is going to tell me this add up. So I'm going to say, when do I want to reset it? I want every day to reset that figure though, so it's going to start again every day. So I click OK. Now I have to go over here and drag it over and drop it in somewhere there. And it's again going to format to giving me those 2 decimal places. So I'm just going to drop them out and add a $sign. So it's given me now total sales in the United Kingdom for that day. So where we can see 3,600, and there's UK sales. If I wanted to do a running total of sales, so I might want to do sales count. So again, I might do there isn't actually a unique field on that on that spreadsheet, so I can't count it by unique field. So what I'll do is count it by transaction date, and then do a distinct count. Again, use formula. Add a, I'm on a Mac operating a computer in somewhere miles away. I'm going to put that in again, and again I'm going to reset it on that group. So it's going to say here how many transactions in the UK. 3, right? If I wanted to edit that formula, edit running total, and just do total for each record, drop that out, it will count 27. So there's 27 sales on that day. 42 that day, and it'll go on, right? So if you wanted to do, so what you'll see at the end of the report is it's not got a total sales. So again, all you would do is go to running total, running total new, UK sales total, price, sum, formula, open the formula, drop it in, save and close. Never, you don't want it to reset because you want the total. Click OK, then drag and drop it in. So if I drag and drop, so sales in January for UK, again any hashtags because the field's not big enough, but we can format the zeros out. UK sales 144,220. Edit running total. No, I didn't format running totals what I want. Right, so you can start to play around with how you want it to look, how you want it to see. So I might want to filter this to only product 1. So I can click here or I can click up there without highlighting it. But if I highlight it, it'll select it. So product is equal to product 1. And it'll filter that down to just product 1. So now sales are down to 105,000. I might want to filter the date to it is less than 4th of January 2009. And again, it'll filter and just show me data from the 4th of January and before. So here's the sales, 2 pages now instead of 4. Right? So you're seeing that it's really easy to filter things down and offer deeper information on certain products, certain data. So what else can it do? Why am I saying this is no different to Excel at the minute? So let's do something a little bit more interesting. So what we've got is, I'll save that report as report 1 sales, right? I can't have open Excel and Crystal Reports at the same time, so I'm gonna have to close it, which is a little bit annoying, and I'm gonna open this report program, this spreadsheet. So what we've got is, in this product, we've got product 1, and then we've got the sales, right? So if I open another sheet that says, and this can be on a separate spreadsheet as well, product detail, right? So this might be part number, description, cost, price, and I'll just do it as basic as that for now, right? So I'm going to say product 1 is a CCTV. I do a lot of security stuff, so system. Cost is 300, price is 1200. 11,000. 1200, right? So then I might do let's go. I don't use Excel as much as I'd like to. all the way up to 16. This might be fire, and then 250, 1500, burglar alarm. In fact, I'll just change that to CCTV up there. 400, 1800 price, and so on. So I'm going to save that, right, and I'm going to close it, and I'm going to go back to my sheet, and I'm going to link them together. So I'm going to go back to Crystal Reports. Now, getting the new data is always funky. Getting it to update, there's probably a specific way of doing it, but I'll show you the way I do it, and any Crystal Report geniuses out there can tell me how to do it properly. So it's going to open eventually. This computer, this is why I did this video sort of today, because this computer's getting older, and before it goes I wanted to do a Crystal Report just in case we don't use them going forward. So you'll see recent reports up here. I'm going to open up that report again. Come on. And I'm going to show you how you can link two sheets together, two databases together, to get better information. So what you will have in your sheet might just be a sales price, but you don't have it connected to the actual product information. So now you'll see that it isn't showing the other table. So what I go to is, I don't know if it's going to show straight away here. Is this connect? No, yes it is. So now I've got, when I go to my connections, I've got sales, which I've got already open, then the product detail, which is the next sheet. So I add that and click OK. And it's going to say to me, how do you want to link these two together? So I know that product is the part number that is the same as the part number that I've just done. So what I do is I drag a line across, and it creates a link. Now, link options says if you're doing an inner join, it'll be faster. But what happens is, if I do an inner join and there's products here that aren't in the sheet, then all the product sales won't show up. If I do a left outer join, everything on this sheet shows, and only the things it links to on this sheet shows. If I do a right outer join, then everything on this sheet shows, but only if it links to something. So the inner join is the fastest way of doing it for the data, but you've got to be careful. If you've got part number 959, and we only went up to part number 16 here, and there was a part number sale, it wouldn't show. So I'm going to do left outer join, so that everything in this table and then anything that links, and I'm going to click OK, right? And I'm going to go OK to that. So I'm running out a bit of a real estate, so I'm going to page setup, and I'm going to make it landscape. So I've got a bit of room to play with. Come on. Sorry about it being slow. It's a 3,000 mile away computer that's 10 years old, but it's still working pretty well. So we are in the scheme of changing it. There you go. So I can change it to whatever page size. So I want to make it massive, I can make a bigger page. But I'm just going to change it to landscape to get me a bit more real estate on this side, on this right hand side. So it's going to show me now, all on this page here. Now I've got both product details, so I don't need to put part number because it's already there. Don't need to put this. Oh, I could put description. So now when I put description in there, anything that's linking will show me that description from those two different tabs, right? So if that changes, undo it. I got a bit of a delay, so it's always a bit funky. So I'm just going to make that smaller. Right, now I'm going to do cost and drop cost in. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean by that left outer join. If we'd have done an inner join, these top three wouldn't have connected because we haven't got them in that other sheet. So cost. Oh man. Because of the delay on the team viewer, I have to... Oh, I did it again. I can't believe it. You can actually do it in the designer, which is easier. But I like to do it live, but it doesn't help when you're... I'd prefer it live, but yeah, the delay on the thing, it makes me look an idiot. So anyway, here's the cost, right? So now I'm gonna format the cost again. I won't put a $sign, I'll just leave it, right? So now I know that's the price over there that was charged. This is the cost. So I'm going to do a formula that says what's the profit. So I'm going to go new. I'm going to call it profit. I'm going to do price minus. Oh. So what have you got? Sorry, in the formula field, here's your formulas again. Here you've got functions over here where you can do loads of different things and filters and operators. But so all I'm doing is a basic formula. So I'm doing product. This shows you up here the. Let me try and make it bigger. Sorry if I'm getting a bit scatty, but it's one of them things. There's hundreds of things I could show you. So up here is all the fields that are used in the formula. Down the bottom here are all the fields. So you can use fields that aren't showing. So right, so I've got sales price minus, up a bit, minus cost. Right, you just save and close that. It'll tell you if you've got any errors. And then I'm gonna highlight this. Oh. Just no, I don't slow it down. I'm going to go back to design. I'm going to drop in profit and then preview that, right? So now I have here the profit on that sale. So again, I could highlight anything. So if I wanted to make $1,000 a sale, I could format this field to say, highlight this field, highlight expert to show this field is greater than or equal to 1,000, then make it green or something, right? Yeah, anything less than 1,000. No, let's say what we got. Oh, they're all 900s, aren't there? There's nothing jumping out less than, yeah. So anything less than 900, make it red, because I can see an 800 down there, right? And okay it. So now when I do that, my report's going to show me these green ones, great, they're making profit. This red one, what happened there? What happened on that job? Again, all green. All green, there's a red one. What happened on that job? So there's formulas you can run. There's things it can say. You might say, I'm trying to think of a quick formula. I might say, show me any job where this price is less than the actual price that we stated in that sheet. You might say, do a parameter field over here that may be, my parameter is a string, so let's say part type or job type. Let's call it job type, right? Just because you might be. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll go to highlight this and then filter is equal to, and it says question mark job type. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to click OK, right? So what that does at the start of your, when you run the report, wherever you run it from, it says what do you want us to filter to. So if I do CCTV in there, it'll now just show me CCTV. So wherever you're running that report from, you can make it pop up a box every time the report opens and show you whatever that is. So it might be a salesman refreshed parameter for a salesman, or it might be a country or whatever. So you start to get the point that you're getting a lot more. It's completely customizable, and it's so much more better when it's live data, and you can add charts and you can do other stuff. But I don't want to drag this video on any longer than it already is, because it's already crazy long into it. So I think you're getting that there's thousands of items of data, and we can start to filter into each part pretty much however we need to and do whatever we need to do. So it's a first look at Crystal Reports. It's a first introduction to it. If you haven't used it, I completely recommend it. It's a great product. It's brilliant for accessing live databases. There's lots of programs that run live reporting. So I have reports that go out every Monday. It runs the live report on a Monday morning from the data and fires it straight to people who need it. And it's a funkier way. What's also good about it is I haven't edited the spreadsheet. I've got the spreadsheet somewhere and connected to it. I don't edit the data. When you're running stuff like this in pivot tables in Excel, you can tinker with the data, you can edit the data. But if you don't want someone to change the data, you just link to it and then do the formulas from the data that's already there. And it's a lot easier than changing things and then wondering where it's gone. So I hope it helped. Any questions on Crystal Reports, leave them wherever you're watching this. There will be a Blue Jeans Media full free training program on Crystal Reports and everything you can do with it, and further training on funkier stuff in there. So this was a beginner basic training. I hoped it helped. I hoped it's given you some sort of appetite to look into Crystal Reports a bit more. Thanks for watching. See you all soon.